All right. It's Des and Jeff Watch Stuff. It's time. We're going to talk about Pluribus, which is a streaming show on. Do you need more booze?
No.
Okay.
Streaming
Show on Apple TV. There's a lot of really good stuff on Apple TV, and no one really knows about it because no one really has Apple TV.
I know.
But Pluribus is the new show from the mastermind of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Vince Gilligan. And this one actually leans more into the stuff he did before Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, because he used to write on the X-Files.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like we always do on Des and Jeff Watch Stuff, Des will talk about what the show is actually about.
No.
What is the plot of Pluribus?
Des is not going to explain this.
Please explain it, because it's fun. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves when you try to explain it.
I couldn't even try. I can't explain this one because I don't feel smart enough to explain this one.
I don't know if I can. The world gets infected by a virus. Okay? Virus comes from space. Okay? That happens in the first 5 minutes of the show. Everyone but 13 people turn into this hive mind. And they all know everything about each other and every thought and everything. They could do everything. They just become one.
Right.
Except for these 13 people. And the main character, Carol, is a miserable author who she pretty much hates her fan base, hates everything.
She hates the stuff she writes. She just hates it.
And she's one of the 13 that are not affected by this. So when this happens, a lot of people die, and then the rest of them, they pretty much want to assimilate the other 13. That's like their goal, is to make the 13 people as comfortable as possible until they can figure out how to assimilate them. So what that does, am I getting it right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what that does is make the whole world peaceful.
Right. It's not about forcing them to do anything, because they can't force them to do anything.
Right. So that there's a lot of philosophical questions that come up because there's no more war. There's no more fighting. There's no more nothing. The whole world cannot get mad. The whole world cannot harm anything else. They can't even harm animals.
Except those 13 people.
Yeah, they have free will, basically. No one else has free will except for them. And so the question that goes through the whole series, I think it's only so far 8 or 10 episodes or something, is pretty much like, would that be better or worse if you didn't have free will?
Right.
That's basically the show in a nutshell.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So, what did you think of Pluribus?
I liked it. I did like it.
Yeah. Did you find yourself thinking about each episode as we went to sleep at night?
I did sometimes. I don't like when things hurt my brain, and this didn't hurt my brain. I could digest it.
And that's the trick, I think, from the guy who created this, from Vince Gilligan, that he has a knack of taking these really big ideas, these complex things, and making them accessible. Even when you look back to Breaking Bad, how it goes from this mild-mannered man who's kind of a pushover to this ruthless drug lord, and you still love him. Better Call Saul, you see the change from Jimmy McGill to Saul Goodman, and it doesn't seem forced. He has a knack at it, and everything in this show, and we always watch like the YouTube videos of people dissecting it, and a lot of times they get it wrong, but there's always these little hints about certain things that we may have missed because someone's on their phone, or doing the whole 2-screen viewing, which is a terrible thing, and you can't do that really with Pluribus because you're gonna miss a lot.
Yeah.
But there a lot of little things in the show mean something. The colors mean something. What the color shirt someone's wearing is always kind of symbolic of something. There's a lot of deep stuff, and that's why I think Vince Gilligan is a genius, because that's something I wouldn't have thought of.
Okay.
You know?
In my defense, even if I wasn't on the phone, I wouldn't catch some of that because I don't go that deep when I'm watching something like that. Sometimes I do. I'm like, was this what I think it meant? But most of the time, no, not that deep.
Now, even though it is a sci-fi show, it's a science fiction show, but it's not like Star Trek-y. It's not Star Wars-y. Like I said, my mom would be able to wrap her head around this. You know, anyone, even people who don't like sci-fi, because it's more about the human condition.
Yeah.
You know, this woman goes through like loneliness. You know, she starts to get lonely.
Right.
Because at one point, all the people leave because she's being really mean. That's another thing. Like
right.
anytime one of the 13 people are mean to anyone else in the world that's part of this hive mind, they freak out. They have like a seizure, and sometimes they die.
Yeah, some of them die.
They can't handle this. They can't handle like this weird human emotion
right.
of anger and meanness.
But she was already alone because her wife died. So she's already dealing with like actual loneliness and death and grief.
Her wife died because of this assimilation.
Right.
She fell over and died. So she's grieving on that, and she's hating these whatever they are, these alien hive mind thing, because they killed her wife.
Right.
The only person that she, really got along with, I guess.
Yeah. The only person that understood why she was the way she was.
Yeah. So that's Pluribus in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I thought it was real. I don't know where they're going to go from here.
I hope it doesn't get like too ridiculous.
And it needs to end. Like there needs to be an end game in sight. It can't go on for 10 seasons. Maybe I would if there's a way to push it past maybe 3. I wouldn't say it should go any further than 3 seasons, but there's only 10 episodes though. It's not like the old days when it had to be a 26. There's 8 or 10 episodes, or whatever. They're short seasons, so I think there's still enough story for at least one more season, but hopefully they're not like, ooh, cash cow, they're gonna stretch it out to 10, or like most shows are, like they stay way past where they should be.
There's room for them to do more, because now these other 13, they're starting to find each other.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting as they start to come together. What happens?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're already. Well, the last one was found. That the guy in he was in South America or something. Like he really, really does not like them. The other ones, they're doing their own thing, pretty much. The one guy just decided to go live in Elvis's suite in Vegas.
Yeah.
He's just like, what the hell? Why not? He's really taking advantage of it in some creepy ways, but still, and there is the last episode. There's kind of like a new thing at play where her time is running out. Carol's time is running out because they can't force her to. They need her stem cells. Right. They can't force her to give up her stem cells or any of them, but there's another way, and we won't spoil it for you because it's in the last episode of the season, so we won't spoil that for you. But there's another way, so her time may be running out, and she's just had it.
Yeah.
It's a really fantastic show.
It does make you think, but for me, it makes me think: where would I go? What would I do? Would I care that all this other stuff was going on, or would I be a complete loner like that one? Well, he's not even a loner. He has some of those people doing whatever he wants.
Well, I would definitely go live in Vegas.
Okay,
I go live in Elvis's suite for a while.
Well, we're into that whole lonely post-apocalyptic thing, where we always think what would I do? Where would I find resources? Would I just go live in a furniture store for a while and try every bed?
Yeah.
You can do anything you want.
Yeah, and that's the thing. She gets on the phone and all of a sudden she'll call okay, I want this, and boom, it's there because the whole world is pretty much her oyster.
Yeah,
and
she could do whatever she wants. She was driving a police car for a while.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So it's a post-apocalyptic show without the apocalypse.
Yeah.
So what are you ranking? What are you going to give it the first season?
So far?
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 7.5 so far.
I give it a 9 out of 10.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I really liked it.
I need room to think about that. I liked it, but
Are you
if
just not sure
another
where
season didn't come on, I don't think I would like cry over it.
Oh, you just want it to end right now?
I think I'm afraid of it. I
Do you
think that's the problem.
think it's going to go down in?
No, I just don't think it doesn't occupy my mind enough. And again, I'm afraid of it. Like I'm afraid that if it makes me think too much. So.
I dug into it. I dug into all the theories and stuff, and
we're so opposite like that sometimes.
I really dug into like what a lot of that show means, what like the parallels between certain things on the show and her books, and I think a lot of the theories, the fan theories, are going to be wrong. But there's someone who really somebody online, maybe we'll watch it later, who like dissected a lot of this other stuff, and there's like hidden meanings to this and that, and
yeah, see,
yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah.
No, I like when that's explained to me, but otherwise, I just watch stuff for entertainment value. I don't.
Well, yeah, this is entertaining too.
Yeah,
and it's deep.
is.
It's deep. That's the thing. Sometimes, most of the time, with TV shows and movies and stuff, they're either going to be really deep and kind of boring, or they're going to be really entertaining, and that's it. They're just going to be some kind of surface level. I think this one is both, and we watched the first 3 because like we were a little late to the party, so we watched the first 3, and then we're like, oh my god, there is no more until like the next week, and like I was like, I can't wait. I was like, oh my god, like a little kid. I'm like, I want it now. So that's Pluribus.
Yeah.
Watch it. I'd say watch it. You know what? I think you could get like, free Apple TV for like, like a week or something like this. So just binge watch it if you don't want to pay for it. But it was worth it. So.
Yeah.
Or reason why I watched it is because I forgot to get rid of my Apple TV subscription.
Usually how it happens.
And there you go. So and that's how they get you. All right. We're going. We're going to go eat some food.
All right then.